you are seeing a big divide between high income people and low income people. We are in a selective recession today, but it's not like the one that we saw. Don't even get me started on the price of groceries. Is the United States in a recession? Are we heading for a recession? Yes. Yes, we are. Well, kind of. It doesn't look like a large blown up recession is on the horizon, but a selective recession might be due. Now, what is a selective recession? Simply put, a selective recession is a recession in certain parts of the economy. Some parts of the economy or certain individuals suffer while others don't feel much pain. When you have such a complex economic system like the United States, that can pretty easily happen. And we saw this recently during the COVID-19 pandemic. We had certain parts of the economy that came to a screeching halt. You think about the hospitality industry, you think about hotels, think about dining. I remember during COVID, some of my favorite restaurants here in town closed by. People were not going out to eat, people were not staying at hotels, people were staying more inside of their own houses. So that part of the economy really suffered during that time. Another part of the economy, remodeling completely took off. Since people were in their houses more, people were remodeling their houses more than ever before. So contractors were so busy, so booked up. I know some people that were literally booking things a whole year out because they had that much business going on during that time. They were able to charge whatever they wanted, make good money, and just consistently stay as busy as they wanted. So while hospitality, dining, and other parts of the economy completely suffered, things like the remodel industry had a huge boom, and other parts of the economy as well. You think about medicine and healthcare, even though it was a very stressful time, they were making a lot of money during that time. We are in a selective recession today, but it's not like the one that we saw during the COVID pandemic, where it more so just affected certain industries. You got to remember also during COVID, there were stimulus packages that came out that helped to stimulate people and to help people. But what we are seeing right now, you are seeing a big divide between high income people and low income people. And a lot of people that are in the middle class, they are starting to get pushed to that low income. When the Federal Reserve went on a tear recently and they raised interest rates like they did, they made borrowing more expensive. The price of a new car, the price of a home, don't even get me started on the price of groceries. They made things harder and prices were going up. And even though people might have been making more money at their jobs at the time, it was not keeping up. And historically, over the last 20-30 years, it has not kept up with inflation. So while certain people, wealthy individuals who are starting businesses, people that just, maybe they came from money in their family, maybe they just hit a streak of luck, they got the right type of education, they might be in the right trade and they did things the right way. Certain people are getting ahead. And at the point where you are ahead, you're good to go usually, but a lot of people are struggling to find their way, and low income people, it's becoming harder and harder for them. And for that middle class, which is very important to a strong economy, you might have a two people in the household that are working, two people that are making a decent income, but because of how expensive everything is, they are still struggling to get by even with the two incomes. It's no secret, money makes money. A rich man once said that making his first $1,000,000 was the hardest thing that he did. Everything after that was just easy. It's no secret. When you have money, you're buying stocks, you're investing in businesses, you're investing in properties and other things that appreciate over time, and that just kind of spirals and flows. And I've seen individuals, they might make 1 or 2 million. They work very hard to make it, and the next thing you know, they're worth 7, 8, 9 million dollars, and they're explaining it where when I had the millions to play with, it just became a lot more easy. On the other end of the spectrum, when you are very low income and the majority of your income is going just to pay bills, to buy groceries, just to sustain yourself, you're not going to have an opportunity to grow, and you're starting to see a larger and larger divide. There's few people that are going, to that higher class, and you need people to go there. You want people to go to that class, but more and more people are starting to fall behind, to get frustrated, to be upset with the way the system that we're currently in. Thing is, from an economic standpoint, this isn't good news. But from an individual standpoint, just from a human standpoint, this is even worse news. You have some hardworking people out there, some people that are working multiple jobs, and they still cannot seem to get ahead. This can be very frustrating, it could be exhausting, upsetting, and that's what we see happening to people during this selective recession. And as we get more automated as a society, as artificial intelligence, as AI continues to take over, how will that affect the lower and the middle class? Now, AI can be good for society and make things more leisurely and better, but it's also very expensive, and people could be priced out of this better life that we're trying to build. And as it phases out certain type of jobs, how will those jobs be replaced? Will people get left behind? Now, these are all important questions that people that are in charge, leaders of society that make these decisions, they have to think about as we move forward. Are we going to just continue to let this divide continue to take place, or are we going to actually do something about it? If you like content like this, leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe for more content like this and hit that thumbs up button for me.